When I usually do these stupid 100 or like numbered anniversary episodes, like, 25, 50, 75, I usually try to do something, a bit bigger than I usually do. I try to step out of my shoes for once and do something big. And I was going to do something very massive, like a massive episode for 100. And I was going to talk a very special movie. But you know what? No. No. I need to remind people that there is a movie out there that not only is horrible and abysmal and in itself, but destroys a franchise that had two good movies, one bad one, and two movies that had the same characters, and this destroys the lore of that. And if you read the title, you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to one of the worst sequels I've ever seen in my entire life. And out of all the films I've seen throughout my years, that's saying a lot. Home Alone 4. And before I start, check out this cool light I got. Yeah, it's great. It's a great light, perfect. But of course I can't show my face yet, so I have to record it from the back. So sometimes I'll show it if I make a sketch one or ever once in a while. But for now, we're stuck with this trash. This white trash film. This is a Hallmark Home Alone film. This movie was made by like the companies that make those dumb Christmas rom-coms every year. The ones that oversaturated, overdone, and rushed out so quickly that it makes Airplane 2 look like it took time. So, let's discuss why this movie is one of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life. So, it follows Kevin McAllister. Stop, just stop. You already screwed up. First off, who the hell is this? That is certainly not Kevin McAllister. That kid's name is Brendan. He is not Kevin McAllister. Hashtag not my Kevin McAllister, because that is not Kevin. That is not Kevin. And the worst part is his entire personality is destroyed. But we'll get to that when we'll get to that. But first, let's continue with the plot. It follows Kevin McAllister spending his Christmas with his father and his new girlfriend as his old enemy Marv, because that's Marv. Frick. Marv and his wife Vera come up with a plan to kidnap a visiting prince with help from an inside person that Kevin least suspects. Why? Oh, this plot's so dumb. And it's even worse in the movie. Oh god, they couldn't have fumbled the bag further. It is one of the worst plots to a movie because, first off, why bring back the original characters? You could have done this with different names and it still would have been the same crap movie. But it would have been a bit better if it wasn't destroying everything I loved about the original, which was, I don't know, the characters. Screw those idiots. We got French Stewart and Joanna going. Where is Joanna going? I don't know where she's going, guys. Great. So, first off, the plot sucks because it makes no sense why these characters were being back. But the plot's not what's important. Let's talk about the characters because, as I mentioned, I love the characters. But damn it, they messed up these characters more so than they messed up the characters in Surf's Up 2. And that's not a kind comparison because I really mean it when I say these characters are just not the same. At least with Surf's Up 2, some of the characters were the same in the original, like Chicken Joe or Lonnie or Tank. Yeah, Cody was messed up and just completely not the same character. But at least the others were the same characters. These are just completely different. Kevin does not act like how Kevin is meant to act. But what do you expect when the film is just written not by John Hughes? That's right. This is the first film, not Home Alone film, that doesn't have any involvement from John Hughes. And boy, can you tell. It is so not funny. Give Home Alone 2 some credit. On Home Alone 3, They're not great movies. I would even consider Home Alone 2 a bad film. But at least they had good jokes. At least they had good slapstick. This film doesn't. It's bad slapstick. And it's bad characters. I hate these people. Because they're not the same from the original. They're really bad people. And they're just, oh my god, they're just not the same. So, first off, why a divorce? Peter and Kate get a divorce because of course they do. It's a 2000s movie. We gotta have the parents be divorced because divorce is a sin. You should never remarry, kids. It's a sin. You should stop because if you remarry, then you're a stinky, misogynistic pig humper. But that's what this film says, and a lot of other kids' films say. But this film goes a lot further. It shows that the divorce screws everything up, but then, at the end, spoilers, but like, who's actually gonna willingly watch this, aside from me, because I'm a psychopath? They get back together, and he dumps Kate, and the prince and the royal family decide to spend the family at the McAllisters, the tiniest suburban home, with the decreased amount of family members that Kevin had. Oh yeah, they're cut. It's just Buzz and Megan. That's it. That's the only two that are in the film. You have to really try in order to not only screw up the characters from the original two, but also to get rid of characters. Like, write them out of the story, not even explain why they're gone. Just do it because it's a movie. It's a TV movie. We don't have to try. Except there was a movie called The Day After that was released in 1983 that tried a lot more than this. And it came out in 1983. I mean, it probably explains why this film was made by Disney, because they're really known for not giving a crap whenever they make their films. And not the kind where they take advantage of what they're doing and try to make something unique and enjoyable. That also has a lot of good bad taste in this, which I love bad taste. But the kind of Disney that doesn't take risks and does the same boring shtick every time because it's what makes them money. Except I don't think this made anyone money because... Actually, probably did because there was another two that came out after this because God sucks. You killed God, Disney. You killed him. You killed the God of Home Alone. You killed John Hughes. You killed everything. You killed the careers of all the people involved in this movie. Great job. Great job, guys. Great job, Disney. Great job. Calm. I'm calm. I am calm. Anyways, let's go on to the technical aspects. The traps and the cinematography and the music and whatsoever. Music sucks. What do you expect? A TV movie. The cinematography is an interesting thing because there are 4 instances in the film where the camera is so zoomed out you can see the lens. I am not even joking. It has happened multiple times in the film where the camera was too zoomed out and you could see the lens in the corner. Hell, there was even a moment where it was so obvious you could see the lens. It wasn't my TV being weird. That's just how the film is made. Because it's shit. What was the budget of this movie? It had no budget. It was made on a budget of $0 because apparently, according to this, there is no budget. I'm actually starting to lose my mind. This film destroyed my sanity to an alarming degree. A degree I don't want to discuss because... Wait. Malcolm in the Middle, Home Alone 4. Oh, for God's sake. They made a Home Alone 4 before Home Alone 4? No Malcolm in the Middle and how that show is praised. I guess it's probably better. But no, I can't talk about your good stuff. I haven't actually seen Malcolm in the Middle, but knowing how the show is praised, probably good. Probably watch it. But I'm not talking about good stuff. I can't talk about that. I have to talk about the bad movie, the horrible movie, the abysmal movie, the Antichrist. Actually, no. The Antichrist is better than this. I'd rather have a cup of tea with the Antichrist than watch this movie. I'm sure I'll probably be taken over by the devil. Actually, no, I wouldn't because I'd probably get taken more over by the devil by this. I'm screwing up my words here because of this goddamn forsaken piece of monkey bosh. It was written by monkeys. It was acted by monkeys. It is a monkey movie because it was made by complete and utter monkeys. Not the racist kind of monkey. I'm talking about the dumbass monkey. The jackasses. The suckers. The idiots. The stupid idiots who have no idea how to make a movie, no idea how to write, no idea how to act, no idea how to direct, and no idea how to use a goddamn camera. Ugh. If I broken screen, please stop. But I'm not talking about the cinematography. Oh, no. I have to talk about this movie's biggest crime. The crime that not even Home Alone would commit. Are you ready for this? No, hold on. Before I say it, I need you to sit down. I really need you to sit down for this one. If you're standing up watching this for some reason, which would be pretty stupid unless you're, on the run watching this or listening to this, sit down. If you're on a walk, find a bench, or if you can't find a bench, sit in the ground. And if you're on a bridge, jump off the bridge. Listen to this. Turn up the volume. Drop all your attention to the screen. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom all the way in. All the way in. I'm going to tell you the worst part about this movie. The biggest crime it commits. There are no traps. That's right. You heard me right. I'll repeat it again. There are no traps. This movie, Home Alone 4, the quintessential franchise for slapstick and traps, doesn't have them. Granted, there are a few in the movie, but the actual traps, like the thing the franchise is known for, they're not in it. They're barely in it. There are very little traps. It's mainly just the three characters running around. And whenever there are big trap set pieces, they're usually before the big trap part of the film. That's meant to be the trap part of the film. It is everything wrong with cinema. It's everything wrong with Home Alone. It's not funny. The acting's horrible. The story's idiotic. The characters are complete. The structure are just not the same people. Bigger house, badder baddies, bigger and better laughs. Yeah, I just call bullcrap on that third one because, yeah, guess what? There's no laughs. Why? Because you don't have the traps. If you don't have the traps, then why make a Home Alone movie at all? Even the fifth and sixth one had the traps. Granted, they're not funny, but at least they had them. So that puts them up a couple points higher. But if you don't have the quintessential part of the franchise in your film, then what are you meant to do? Are you just gonna go along with this and not include the traps at all? Oh wait, that's what they did. They didn't have any traps whatsoever. They just decided, they thought that they could get away with this. They thought that they could do a movie without any traps whatsoever because, hey, if we can profit off of Home Alone, we can do this. We know what we're doing, even though you obviously don't. You don't know how to direct, you don't know how to write, you don't know how to use a camera, you don't know how to act, you don't know how to make traps, and you don't know how to make a movie. That's the worst part. It is an abominable film. This film is the Antichrist of cinema. Granted, there are still 3 films I think are worse than this, which are Open Season 3, Food Fight, and Airplane 2. Because those films, at least this film has like 1 or 2 good jokes. Open Season 3 has nothing except maybe like 1 funny scene or like maybe a bit of good comedy. Food Fight has the smallest iota of effort put into it. Like it has to take a lot of effort to make a film that bad. And Airplane 2, it's the worst film ever made, but at least it has 1 or 2 good jokes. Home Alone 4 should seem like the worst film ever made, but it's not. I like the idea of a big house. That's something. A voice-operated house. That's something. I will give this movie the 1 out of 10 it deserves in because it has a unique idea, but it doesn't develop it. It kind of does develop it, but not by much. Don't even get me started on the twist at the end. Oh, the maid is the bad guy or the bad gal. Oh, I didn't see that coming. No, not at all. Amazing twist, guys. You know how to make twists. Uh, 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 Toy Story 2, be damned, which is made by the same company that made this. I'm sorry. I'm really losing it. I'm really losing it. I don't know if I can take it anymore. Look, God has even blacked out on me. This is my hell. This is my purgatory. Talking about bad movies like these. But, you know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try have a world where we can have better made movies, better directed movies, better written movies, better shop movies, better acted movies, better trap movies. Better movies should be made. Better movies need to be made in order to make have the bad ones be forgotten. But there shouldn't be only good movies because then we'd be spoiled. There has to be bad movies to balance it out. But sometimes it can be unbalanced, and there's more bad movies than good ones. But you know what? I'm going to commit for a world where better movies can be produced and made and just overall created. Better movies need to be made. I'm gonna show this goddamn film what for. I got this from a friend. Alright, you sad excuse of a movie. Time to die. Whoop! Ugh. Oh god, it turned on the light. It's gained sentience. It's to make the lighting better. Oh god! No, you don't, you son of a... Show up for you goddamn stupid... Come here, you... Stupid gun. I'm not holding this right. Eat crap. I can't say that word because, you know, kid stuff. You think you're so tough, huh? Say hello to this. Hold on, I just... I got you now, huh? I got you now. You're not so tough, are you? Here's what for. Get it? What for? Because that's the number 4 of the title. You like that? You like that, huh? You think you're so tough against me? You ain't worth nothing. You had us make 2 horrible sequels to you that I didn't watch because this movie was so bad. You're awful. You're abysmal. You're something that this world should never have been made with. You sicken me. I hate you. You're a bacterium to me. I've traveled in worlds you can't even imagine. Lightning bolts shoot from my fingertips. And yes, I stole that from something that's much, much, much better than you ever will be. What? What the hell? What? I'm bleeding. You ungrateful son of a... No. As the Terminator once said, or not the Terminator, as Sarah Connor in the Terminator 1984, October 26th, once said, DVD number 435, special edition 2001. You're terminated. The nightmare. It's over. I've killed the beast. I hope you enjoyed this 100th special episode of My Thoughts Of. Make sure you like, subscribe, and nothing can get possibly worse than this, can it? I mean, it just possibly can't. Right?